Schneidersladen to miejsce przepełnione muzyką elektroniczną, czyli innymi słowy sklep z syntezatorami muzycznymi, efektorami audio, sekwenserami i wszystkimi innymi niezbędnymi przedmiotami przydatnymi do produkcji muzyki z użyciem syntezatorów modularnych. Jego niespotykany asortyment przyciąga miłośników analogowego brzmienia z całej Europy. Czy patrząc na te dziesiątki kabli zastanawiasz się, jak to wszystko ogarnąć i od czego zacząć budowanie tego typu instrumentu? Na te i inne pytania odpowie Wam Andreas Schneider, założyciel jednego z najlepszych sklepów z modułami w naszej części Europy.
So if you would like to build up your own modular system, don't buy everything at once. Make it step by step because you need time to understand the single components. First of all, look through your studio what you already have. Quite often people have a synthesizer that they always have been used over years as a keyboard synthesizer. And if you then look to the back, you find plugs there like CV out, CV in, gate connections and MIDI connections. And you can do much more with that as you imagine beforehand. You have perhaps audio inputs to use the filters separately and control voltage inputs. And from there you go and you only buy that is adding a new value to your existing setup. And then you make it step by step and set yourself a frame saying, okay, I only want to have this and that limit of modules or a modular size because you need to buy a frame in the beginning anyway, a physical frame. And from there you go and take care that you don't become a junkie because there's plenty of clients buying every other month another 2 to 10 modules, and so they can't end up and it's getting crazy, but they don't get to the point to do that what they started with a vision of making music and finishing a song or a production. This is not that easy if you're always redesigning your system, and even if you only add one new module, you always end up in reorganizing everything. And this could be good and bad because you destroy the existing attitudes where you say, okay, I always had these modules next to each other, and then you add a third one, and suddenly they're not next to each other anymore, and then your cables are not long enough anymore, and then you get from this to that, and from that to this, and from... So try to learn the existing system you have and then go further and then make yourself a good plan to just do that what you really need. And always remember you wanted to make music. It's smart that these companies are now getting back to making real hardware, but I'm quite often a bit disappointed by the quality. And, you know, if you have such a little plastic thing in your hand, I think, why don't they do it a bit better? And then, you know, it's in the end also pollution. And I don't like companies that make 10,000 out of something to only sell 2,000. Why don't they only make 2,000 and sell them a bit more expensive and say, okay, but this is something you can keep for a while. Many products that you find in a normal musical instrument shop nowadays, you just touch them and you understand that they will be gone in 10 years latest because of a part will start to scratch, because of a connection inside, or because of just the software doesn't exist anymore. And this is disappointing if you see it as an instrument where you that you used to build your career born on it. So if you buy a piano, it's for generations. You buy a piano for yourself and you keep it for your kids and for your grandkids or whatever, or you get a good piano from your grandparents if you're lucky or something like that. You can repair it. You can also repair an old Mini Moog or an old Jupiter if we have, because we just had this as an example. And it will give you outstanding sounds that not everybody has because there's a limited production and there was a passion behind these products when these inventors once made them. And this is unfortunately missing inside plenty of new, how did you call it, budget products. And this is not just valid for synthesizers. And I have the hope that more consumers and human beings and artists become a bit more sensible on that what we have already with the Apple, to select the organic product and ask where does it come from, who did it build, and who did design it, and is there other reasons for me to buy exactly this and not that one, even if that one could be cheaper. That would be good for the world if we are a bit more selectable.